Hi, so today I wanted to talk about the ego. I think a lot of people think that the ego is kind of like a negative thing in the way of being egotistical and thinking highly of ourselves and kind of being arrogant. Actually, there's a lot more to the ego than that. The ego can play with our minds in so many ways. So from an exterior perspective, people can think you're egotistical, but actually from an internal perspective, it's very, very different on a spiritual level. The ego can really mess with us. It can kind of get to our inner dark spots. So what I mean by that is it can actually be the absolute reverse of what people think it is. So where people think that, oh gosh, she's confident or he's confident, oh god, they're arrogant and their ego's big, we're always kind of like say, oh, they've got a big ego, but actually it isn't that at all. The ego can actually have a lot of dark sides to it. It can actually block our confidence. It can actually turn us away from doing the things that we internally want to be doing. Our heart is telling us one thing and our ego is telling us another. So you could be really, really wanting a career change or wanting a specific relationship in your life, and your ego is telling you, no, you can't do that. You're not good enough. They won't want you. You're never going to achieve that. And a lot of what is in our ego is what we've experienced through our lifetime, through past lives, through present day, through childhood. It's things that have kind of been put into us in society and in the matrix, and it's not actually what our inner self is telling us. Our inner self is telling us you can do that, you can achieve that, put the work in, and you can achieve your goals, you can get the job of your dreams, you can find the perfect person that you deserve. Everybody is deserving of being happy. But our ego likes to tell us that we don't deserve. Our ego likes to make us fearful. Our ego likes to make us scared. And, we all go through this. Gosh, I'm a spiritual mentor and I help people and I do healings and I write and things. But I still go through this. It's a learning journey. I'm not as bad as I was because I've learnt so much about myself. But we all still hit blocks in our life. We still all hit obstacles where our ego tells us you can't do that won't work, or we lack confidence because our ego is telling us no, people won't think that's a good thing, or will people laugh at me, or will people have an opinion on me, or will that person think that, this or that? Even down to silly things like how we dress. Sometimes our inner soul is wanting to dress a certain way and be creative and be different, and our ego is saying that's not following the crowd, that's not what everybody in society does. We should be wearing what is in at the moment, what's in fashion. So it affects us in so many aspects of our life. So next time you hear this little voice in your head that's telling you anything negative, remember it is coming from an egotistical point of view. It's coming from up here. It's coming from how you have been set in your ways through society and how people have pigeonholed you. Now, we should never blame other people because everything we learn is a journey. We are there to be taught. So if someone has come into your life and it's triggered something, it's meant to have triggered it. Sometimes when I'm doing healings, I know that I've said something that has maybe triggered something in somebody, and I'm not by any means doing it to hurt anyone, upset them. It's rising to help them and to help them excel on their journey and actually become a better version of themselves. So if you feel that something's coming up in you that's deep rooted, I'm not good enough, I'm scared, this isn't going to work out, it is your ego telling you these things, and it needs to be addressed. So it's the dark shadow inside of you. It's things that you need to work on and reevaluate within your lifestyle. If you're feeling, I'm good enough, I'm confident, yeah, I'm going to wear what I want to wear, yes, I can find the right person for me, I deserve the best. That is your higher self. Your higher self wants the best for you. That is your true soul. So always listen to that. Now, obviously, there's a thin line because sometimes we get this warning inside of us that something doesn't feel right. And that isn't necessarily your ego. That can actually be your higher self. Your higher self can be telling you that person's no good for you. So it's very hard. It's kind of one of those things that you need to play with the tools and learning what is your ego and what is your higher self. It takes a long time to get to this point, and I'm still learning even as a teacher. But you need to understand the difference, as I say, between when it's your ego playing with you and when it is your higher self telling you. So just wanted to talk about that again today, because I think that sometimes we don't do things that we really, really want to do. We don't challenge ourselves because our ego blocks us. And our ego tells us we can't do it. And if we really go with our heart and our inner being, we'll find that we do the things. We follow the paths that we should be following. We follow the paths that are for our highest good. We follow the paths that are the happiest for us. So yeah, it's a learning tool. It's something that takes time. And I would suggest that meditation is, in all honesty, the best way to really understand whether it's your ego or your higher self. Because when you meditate and you ask yourself a question and then you go into a meditative state for even 5-10 minutes, you will get the answer you seek. You will hear from your higher self whether it is your higher self telling you or whether it's your ego. I cannot emphasize enough how much meditation will help you to find out whether the block is from your ego or whether it's your higher self telling you that it's the right thing to do. So I just wanted to go over that today. If this is something you struggle with, please do get in touch with me. Spiritual healing is a really good way to work out whether it's an ego problem or a higher self thing. And I can really help with some certain fears that are within the ego that is from the past, from parents, conditioning, from childhood, from the way that people have conditioned us in lifetimes, our ancestral patterns and timelines. So it's something that I know that I can help you with. So please do get in touch if you feel that this is something you need to work on, if you feel that you're not following your dreams because something is blocking you. Okay, all right, thanks so much and have a great day. Bye.